Welcome to the Tiffani Talks Health and Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Tiffani Patlin, health and wellness coach, best-selling author, and motivational speaker. I use my past experiences of overcoming a life of mental, physical, sexual, and substance abuse to inspire and empower you with knowledge in 30 minutes or less. I am on a godly mission to lead others to discover their unique path to healing and happiness. This past Monday, July 11th, was my 40th birthday. Woohoo! So I am now part of the 40s club. And I'm choosing, because a lot of times I know when we reach the 30s or the 40s or possibly even the 50s, I'm not there yet, but I know that sometimes that can weigh heavily on our mindset. Why do we view aging as a negative? I know a lot of people do that, and I don't want to be one of them. I want to change things and make things better. I do not have to adopt that mindset that because I'm aging, my body doesn't work anymore. Because I'm aging, my mind doesn't work as well anymore. Whatever lies of my circumstances, whatever lies the enemy wants to conjure up, I rebuke it all. I had said, and this was maybe months ago, I had started working out. And I was constantly posting on Facebook, my journey. And I said, my goal is to be the healthiest I've ever been by my 40th birthday. Now, some of you may know I'm on crutches, and I haven't really shared about it because I've been preoccupied. But just to give a little background, about 20 years ago, I tore my ACL playing with my little brothers, playing football. I just jumped up in the air to catch the ball and landed, and yeah, I tore my ACL. I got surgery. That was about 20 years ago or so, give or take. And I haven't had a problem with my leg since, until a couple weekends ago. I was outside jump roping with my boys, and I heard a pop, and it hurt. Sat down. I relaxed. And then when it was time to go upstairs in my home, my leg gave out, and it scared me. I admit I got scared because that's exactly how it felt the first time I tore my ACL. And I've been receiving so much prayer. I've been praying, speaking healing over my leg, over my body. I even have a pain right here, and I don't even know what that is, in my elbows. And I've really ignored it. But ever since I've been using crutches, it's making itself known. So I, speak healing over my body every single day throughout the day. I've been asking others to pray over me and things like that. So I had my x-rays done last week. Doctor says everything looks good from what he can see. I had an MRI yesterday, and I get the results tomorrow. So I'm praying for the doctor to tell me that it's going to be such an easy fix, and I'm going to be restored back to health. And I am not going to be going downhill because I'm in my 40s. I'm going to be going uphill. Now, my physical health kind of took a little lull, and I'm not going to beat myself up over that. Yeah, I had an expectation to be physically fit where I wanted to be, but I'm not there yet. That doesn't mean I can't keep going. Might not be done by my 30th birthday, but it can still happen. I'm still actively doing that. And so I thought, you know what? I have arms. So I'm doing, bicep curls. I can do, for my shoulders, triceps, and even when I scoot up the stairs, I'm basically doing tricep dips anyway. But I figured, there's still things I can do. I can still do sit-ups. I can still do leg lifts, so I'm still working out, doing what I can. And obviously making sure I, keep up with my nutrition. For those of you that don't know, I eat a very clean, organic diet. I just stumbled on a biblical diet the other day, and it's so fascinating. So I think I'm going to start, gearing my eating lifestyle towards this biblical diet, which I feel like I'm already kind of doing. But that's it for my physical health. Now, when it comes to me in my 40s being the healthiest I've ever been, When it comes to my mental health, I can tell you, I am mentally healthy, the healthiest I have ever been, because I can find happiness and gratitude in even what might seem to others as dire circumstances. Now, not that long ago, I don't know what happened, and my whole entire body broke out in hives. And I remember being scared. I was scared. I was freaking out. I was letting that emotion consume me and take me over. And this time around, I noticed, with a lot of, I've been doing a deliverance and releasing all of those negative things that are attached to me, spirits, in the spiritual world, they refer to them as spirits that are just attached to you, that are fogging up how you think, how you speak, how you react to everyday situations. And ever since I've been shedding these things in me, I've noticed that I respond differently. I think differently, even more than when I first wrote my book. Like, the healing is still coming. I'm still experiencing new levels of peace, new levels of freedom. I am perfectly happy and fine, even though my leg is in the process of healing. See, I'm being mindful with my words. I could say, oh, I have a bum leg, oh, because my leg isn't working, oh, because blah, blah, blah. But I'm even more mindful with my terminology, how I express and experience things, because there's so much power in our words. The Bible says we can either speak life or we can speak death. Well, I'm choosing to speak life over my leg. I want my leg back, and I believe it's happening. I'm going to get a positive result tomorrow, and it's all going to be, the glory all goes to God. So there's that. And when it comes to my spiritual health, for those of you that have been following me since the beginning of my podcast, you might notice that I talk more spiritually about God, because I am spiritually the healthiest I have ever been. And so I'm grateful. That's what I'm nutritionally as healthy as I've ever been. I'm mentally as healthy as I've ever been. And I'm spiritually as healthy as I've ever been. I just have to get more in the physical. And even though the crutches are slowing me down, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop. I'm going to keep going, and I will reach my goal. I'm going to have to set a new goal since my 40th birthday just passed. What's my new goal? Perhaps before the end of summer, I will be the healthiest I've ever been. Imagine that, being able to go into the winter being super duper healthy, because I'm sure some of you can resonate with this. I'm tired of going to my wardrobe and looking to see what it is that I can wear that's, going to look right on me with my body and in the areas where I feel I have flaws. And I'm tired of that. That's why I was like, no, I'm going to get my body to the healthiest that I am meant to be. That doesn't mean the numbers in the scale control me. It's nothing like that. Doesn't mean I deprive myself from sweets. Not at all. If you know that I have a business called Cosmic Sweets, where I would sell sweets, nutritious sweets, because you shouldn't have to sacrifice nutrition just to enjoy a sweet treat. And so even though I eat sweets, I'm very mindful of what I eat, but I don't deprive myself of anything. My goal is just, I want my body, my specific body type, to be the healthiest that it is meant to be. How healthy can my body be? That's what I want for myself. Then it doesn't matter what I choose to wear, because my body is firm and tight in all the right places, and I'm healthy. If I need to lift something or somebody needs help, I got the muscles to help out and do what I need to do. So when it comes to that, I'm just really excited where I'm at in my health journey. And it's just a beautiful thing to just have this level of peace, to have this level of freedom from all the trauma, from the anxiety, from the depression, from my PTSD nightmares, from all of those ailments that I suffered from, the fear that controlled everything I did, from how I thought, how I spoke, how I reacted, to everyday situations, how I was triggered, all of that. I have so much freedom. And that's why I just want to give back to everybody out there. I want you guys to know, if you're struggling with anything, whether it's any type of mental illness, whether you're living in a state of fear, whether it's grief, whether, your physical body is not where you want it to be, whether you're disconnected spiritually, you don't know if you believe in God, or you do, but you feel abandoned, all of those things. I pray that, all the work that I do just inspires people out there, because you do not deserve to live that way. We were not designed and built to stay in those moments where we're experiencing ailments. We're meant to grow and learn from them. And a lot of times we don't know how. If we don't have support, or if we don't have the right people in front of us, the right information, it can be challenging. And I know that because that was me for a majority of my life, but not anymore. For my past 40th birthday, I am celebrating, my rebirth. I am a brand new person. I have been restored. I have been renewed. And it kind of opens up to my purpose. My affirmation statement is that I am God's faithful, empowering vessel for the world. And I didn't really know how that was going to come through. I thought, it's going to be because I'm going to speak on stage. It's going to be my TED Talk. I'm going to go speak, to schools. And so that's me being God's faithful, empowering vessel for the world. But then something happened this past Sunday, the day before my birthday. And I really wanted to share this with you guys. Some of you may have read this story on my Facebook page, but for those that haven't, I'm going to share it with you. So this past Sunday, well, actually, it's not even this past Sunday. It's actually started a week ago. And actually, even before that, because, God is always working in our lives, right? Orchestrating the right events, the right people, the right everything. And so last Saturday, God gave me this vision. He gave me this hunger to want to go pray for people. And I was like, wow, really? That's out of my comfort zone. Okay, so here it is. So I'm going to read it to you because I don't want to miss anything. And I made sure I wrote it in chronological order. So I'm going to read this. So last week, God told me he wanted me to go out and pray for people. I thought, really? That's out of my comfort zone, because it really is. Here, let me move this here. Okay. But even though it was out of my comfort zone, I have grown so much in my faith that fear no longer controls me. And that is something I am tremendously, tremendously grateful for. And so my eagerness to be obedient to my Heavenly Father supersedes any type of fear that tries to come my way. So I said, okay, God, I'm willing. And I'm ready for you to use me as your faithful, empowering vessel for the world. So last Saturday, he gave me the idea to go out and pray for people. And I really wanted to do it. I asked my husband and my son, but they were like, not really. But I realize now God used them. They needed to say no. And you'll see why. There is a park with a pond nearby the church that I attend. I attend Awaken Church in Salt Lake City. If any of you are nearby, I encourage you to go check it out. Go check it out for a service. They're actually hosting a conference tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with some amazing speakers. I'm going to be there helping in the kids area. That's where I serve. And there's a park with a pond near this church. And my husband and I have driven over there before to kill time. And this is the park that I believe God told me to go to. And so on Wednesday, during my Bless prayer meeting, because I'm a Bless ambassador, for those of you that don't know, Bless is an app where it's designed to share a need and meet a need, where even if you share a need, you're encouraged to fulfill a need of somebody else, whether that's a listening ear, whether that's a prayer, whatever it is that you're able to do. Because a lot of times we all think, oh, money, 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 but it's not. Like, there's so many things that we can do to help other people that does not involve money. So I'm a Bless ambassador for this. And on every Wednesday we pray. And during this meeting, the chief blesser of Bless, Miss Beautiful Tara, RUCB, I love her heart of gold. And she shared a memory of a woman who God used. She was available. He told her to go to IHOP. She didn't know which one. She sought prayer, got an answer, went, got a cup of coffee at the counter, supposedly sat there for like 45 minutes or so and was like, well, I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm going to leave. Come to find out, she noticed that there was somebody in the restaurant. It wasn't empty like she initially thought. And she noticed that the servers were providing tons of plates of food, and she decided to chime in. And she asked him, she said, you must be really hungry, or you're expecting a lot of people. And this man told her that this was his last meal because he was planning to go home and hang himself. Yeah, you heard that right. This was his last meal at IHOP because he was planning to go home and take his own life. He was going to hang himself and commit suicide. And he prayed and he said, God, if you are everything that you say that you are, if you truly exist, bring somebody to me to save me. Do it. Like, he was almost daring God. And so this woman showed up. And while Tara, the chief blesser of bless, is sharing this story, I'm sitting here and I have this intense feeling inside me. I'm crying. Like, I can't help myself. I am crying. And now I know why that was God. He was letting me know that this is what he wants me to do. Again, I did not know that at this time. So then this past Thursday at my Church Connect group, not only was the topic about the prophetic, but a friend of mine told me that she had a vision of me too. And in her vision, it matched mine. But there is an important piece that I did not have that God used her to share with me. And she said that she had a vision of me at a park, open water. And that was my vision. But the piece she had to add was that the person that I'm meant to pray for is going to be sitting at a bench. And she said that I wasn't seeking other people out for prayer. After this, they came to seek me out. And I was like, okay, Lord, I am willing and I am ready. Fulfill me, prepare me, guide me, whatever I need. I'm willing and I'm ready. And this has been my prayer, throughout the whole week. And so let's see what happened after that. Okay, so I was praying and I kept feeling that pull every day throughout random moments. I just felt that pull, like, I got to go to pray after church on Sunday. I need to go to that park. I have to do this. I have to do this. So after church, attending Awaken Church on this past Sunday, which was the 10th, July 10th, I received prayer. I made sure I went up for prayer. I told them, the prayer people, I told them what I was planning to do. And so they prayed for me and they said, come back and let me know. So I'm so excited to share with them what happened. So I received prayer and we drove to this park. Okay. I saw two people fishing on one end of the pond. And then I saw a man sitting alone at a bench. And I was like, but I want to make sure it's the right person. So we drove a little more up the street and I saw another man on the opposite side of the street where there was a park and a grassy area at a bench. And I was like, I didn't think that was the right person, but I said, let me have a moment to pray. So my husband parked and I just sat there and I just asked God, and I just felt the nudge to go back to the open water park. And I was like, okay, go back over there. Take me over there. That's where God wants me to go. And then I get out of my car. My 15-year-old son is with me. He grabbed my crutches and he walked beside me as I hobbled my way to this man. And I've already explained why I was on crutches. So now you know. But as I'm crutching my way this way, the man is in front of me and his back is to me. And he got up and he turned around and he looked right at me and he was directly in my pathway. And I said, hi. And he goes, hey, how are you doing? I said, good. I was actually about to approach you. And he's like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, I do ministry work. And I wanted to know if there was anything that you needed prayer for. And that's what he tells me. Yeah. Today is the 4-year anniversary of my brother's death. Like, wow. And that's when I just took action. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Is it okay if I pray for you? And he said, yes. So I said, okay, let's go sit back down. And I then asked him if he wanted to share anything with me. And then he said that his brother had committed suicide and he died at that very park. And that was when it hit me. I was like, I wonder if he's carrying any guilt. So then I asked him if he was by chance carrying any guilt. And he said, yes. And he said the reason is because his brother called him to ask him to find him so he wouldn't do it. And obviously he didn't find him or reach him or go because his brother unfortunately did die. And I asked him, do you believe in God? And he said, yes, because I wanted to make sure I respected, his faith and his beliefs. So that's why I asked. And I said, okay, is it okay if I lay my hands on you and pray for you? And he said, yes. And I'm sitting, with my legs to the side of the bench. And I just put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm sitting there like this. And I just went into my prayer. And when I was done, well, just so you know about how I prayed for him, I prayed and I asked God to break off any spirit of guilt that was, weighing heavy on him, and asking the Lord to fulfill him with comfort and love, and that it wasn't his fault. So when I was done praying for him, I stood up and I told him, this is the first time that I've ever done this. And he was taken aback. And I told him, I came here for you. God told me to come here is for a man that was going to be sitting on the bench. well, not a man, but somebody that was going to be sitting on a bench. And I'm like, God, I came here for you. God told me to come here for you. And it seemed like he was in shock. And I was like, God just wants you to know that he loves you and he's here with you. And what happened to your brother was not your fault. And he said, thank you. And that was it. And I hobbled my way back to my car. And it was the most incredibly amazing thing ever. Wow. Hi, Andrew. Thanks for watching. It was such an amazing experience. And now looking back at all of those different moments, all of those different pebbles that the Lord had put each day to prepare me for this event. If my family hadn't said no, I might have gone and not have, met the right person. There's so many things that could have gone wrong had I not been listening, had I not been willing, had I not been obedient. And wow, I'm still in a state of amazement and shock and awe, because this is the power of God. Like, what else does he need to do to prove to me, let alone anybody else, that he's real and he exists? How can you have to be able to see it, all those different moments. God was involved. That was his work. That was his hands, that orchestrated every little thing, the timing of the people, all of it, he prepared me. And I'm just so honored that God used me in this way. Me, the woman who didn't believe. I was the one that came up with every reason in the book to say why God wasn't real. The Bible was written by man. It's fake. All the things that you hear other people, non-believers, say, that was me. Oh, they're just a Bible thumper. Oh, they're faking it. Oh, they're falling on the ground. Oh my goodness. Like, wow, what drama. You name it. I used to say it, and the Lord knows it. He knows. He saw me. But wow. I have been reborn. I am completely different. I am a changed woman. And the fact that I'm just so honored that God is choosing to use me as his faithful, empowering vessel for the world to help other people. Like, that's my passion. If I see somebody crying and in pain and hurting, I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what you've done in your past. Like, none of that matters. The only thing that matters to me is what it is that I could do to help you, to relieve you of that pain, because we were never meant to live in stagnation, in pain. We are meant to have experiences. We have the power of free will. And if we follow the word of God, we will always make the right choices. And when we live that righteous life, the blessings just come. And that's the way it works. And it's just beautiful. So it was really important for me to share that with you guys. I hope that, I just pray that by sharing this, it blesses you. I pray that it encourages you. I pray that it renews your spirit. And if you're somebody that wants to know God and you just don't know what to do, find space alone. Just find time alone. And all you have to do is reach out and just talk to him like a regular person. You can close your eyes. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Do what's comfortable for you. And all you have to do is just talk to him. Say what feels comfortable to you. Say, God, I don't know you and I want to know you. Please guide me. Please show me the way. And he will do it. He will do it. The only thing is that you need to make sure that you're listening. And a lot of times we're workaholics. We're working. We're too busy. We don't have time to relax. We don't have time to sit and listen. We don't have time to read the Bible. We don't have time to pray. But you know what? If you make room for God, he will use you. He will guide you. He will show you. He will bless you. And he's too good to not believe. He has proven that to me time and time and time again. And all it's done is just grow me stronger in my faith. And that's why I speak out now so much about it. Before, I used to be shy and be like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. No, he has done so much in my life. He deserves all the glory. I freely worship God because I finally get it and understand it now. And, that's why I just want to encourage you out there. If if you're still unsure, if you're in need, if you even, maybe you're not ready for that, but maybe you need help mentally because your anxiety and or depressive disorder is just running your life, the fear, all that. Maybe there's trauma you've experienced in your past and you still have these triggers or these nightmares or these visions of what happened to you, and it just keeps repeating itself in your head. I'm telling you, those are cues that your body is giving you, and it's just begging you to heal. And guess what? God can help you do that. There's so many things that you can do. And, I have the heart and the passion to help people. So if any of this resonates with you, even if you just want to chat with me for anything, anything whatsoever, I do offer complimentary sessions through TiffaniPatlin.com. So you're welcome to check that out. I always want to make myself available to everybody. And then the other thing I wanted to share is I had the idea of creating a nonprofit organization. So yeah, if anybody has any information, suggestions, ideas, thoughts, by all means, comment, whether you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube or any of the other places. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. And let's see, what else do I want to share? So another opportunity for everybody out there that wants to grow mentally, physically, spiritually, whether you want to heal, whether you want more tips and tools, whether you want resources, whether you want to know what kind of books you can buy. There's 8 of us. We're 8 speakers. We're passionate and we care so much about helping other people, whether that's, with their mental health, like I mentioned before, anxiety, depression, PTSD, and so forth, whether that's your physical health, whether that's in marriage, whether that's with your spirituality journey, whatever that looks like for you, we are touching on basically everything. So you are invited to join us at the Elevate Your Summer Speaker Summit. And you can learn more about that by going to radiateyourgenius.com. I will make sure I put these links in the comments here on Facebook so that way you can have them, and they will be in the description box on YouTube and as well as all of the audio platforms. And it starts July 23rd, and there's going to be a ton of us. We even have an opportunity for you to be a VIP member, and it's going to have you're going to have so much fun because you'll have all of the speakers there. You can ask us questions. We'll hot seat you. You'll all automatically be involved in a raffle to win. So if you win, you get to say who you want to purchase a book from, and we'll purchase it for you and send it to you for free as our just fun little gift for you for attending and being a VIP member. And so there's just so much. And I encourage you to check out the website and join us. It's going to be a day of amazing fun. A lot of us are best-selling authors, and we have experienced hardship and healing. And we just love God, and we're just so passionate and going out there and speaking, using our God-given voice to share everything that we've learned that's worked for us to help us elevate in our own lives, to also help you elevate in your life. And I also encourage you, if you're somebody that loves philanthropy and you love to help others and you love to be a blessing to others, I encourage you to check out the Bless app. And you can simply go there by going to bless-app.com. And I will also have that. I will have all the links in the description box. I encourage you to check out everything because it's all helpful. And it's just meant to just support you in all areas of your life. So yay! I'm so grateful for everything that I've been experiencing up to this point. And I hope you guys can hear, the passion and the love and the joy that I'm feeling right now. I hope you can hear it in my voice, to those of you that are listening audibly, because I want this for you. Even if, those lies are telling you that whatever it is that you've gone through, like there's no beautiful life for you. Like there's no way, there's no forgiveness, there's this and that. I've been there. You want to hear about somebody who went from the darkest of the dark to where I'm at now? That's me. And it's in my book, Unlocking Your Ability to Heal. You don't have funds and you really want to read my book? Email me, send me a message on Facebook. I'll send you a digital copy. I care more about inspiring people to start making that choice to start healing than I do care about becoming rich from it. And I know to a lot of people that's like, that's a no-no. Why would you say that? Because that's just who I am. I genuinely care about people, and I genuinely want people to stop living in pain. I want you to feel this freedom and this peace. You deserve it. God forgives us and he heals us. And I just want that for you. So if God, is pulling on your heartstrings to reach out to me, please do so. There's no obligation. You can experience a free complimentary session with me, and where you will walk away with some tips. Worst case scenario, you'll walk away inspired. And I shouldn't even say that, it's not even worse. I mean, it's good. You will walk away with something beneficial that you can use in your life. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you for listening and watching. And like always, like and follow on Facebook, YouTube. I appreciate everybody's hearts, because as you know, that helps get videos seen more. And if there's anybody that that would, be inspired by this message, I encourage you to share it with them, and my book and all the things. And okay, that's it for me before I keep talking. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week, and, stay healthy. Bye now.